Okay, Patrick, time for the top 5 things to watch next week. What's number 5? Hopefully we got down to 5 this time.
We got it down to 5. Chipotle. Right? Like what first of all, like I mean, this stock is a very, very special stock. I mean, this thing, the growth cycle the growth phase that it went through in the last decade has been nuts, right?
Patrick, you said first of all, and I thought you were going to say how good are their bowls?
Their bowls are pretty good.
Yeah. Are you a fan? Like, let's talk about the important stuff first.
I love burritos.
Yeah, it's great stuff. Like, it's great stuff. You know what? You don't worry about the salmonella poisoning or whatever it is.
No, you know what? You got to roll the dice. You know,
exactly.
You can walk out on the street and get hit by a car tomorrow. You know, I'm in. when I need my burrito, I need my burrito.
You know what? When there's a big scare and somebody gets poisoned, that's the day I go because I know there's gonna be less line. Although you would expect nothing less from the contrarian, right?
No shit.
Yeah, like there's like when it hits the headlines, and I'm like, okay, let's go. There's gonna be no line at Chipotle. Let's go. Okay, let's back to the stock.
Fun.
Sorry.
So, but like this thing from 2009 lows to 2015-16 had an epic run from like $40 a share to like $800. It was one epic run. And then, obviously, came the whole little scare. And the thing wipes out from, like, basically $800 down to $250. Just completely killed. And that proved to have been an epic buy on dip. I mean, the thing went from $250 almost back to $800 again. I mean, we're at $778 right now.
And do you know who bought that? Do you know who bought that dip, Patrick?
Carl Icahn? Who? I don't know.
No, the other guy, Bill Ackman.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he needed a comeback. He needed a comeback. If there's one guy that needed a comeback, it was him.
Yeah, that guy likes to roll the dice. He was in there. He bought it, and I see that his fund. This is like an article from February, but he was up 24% in the first 2 months of the year because of Chipotle.
Wow.
This guy's just like he's got it all like
he sizes his trade with serious conviction, right? Like he doesn't mess around with a diversified portfolio.
Although I do see that he's been peeling some off into this rally, so I kind of like that. Like you want to sell some, you can't listen when some triples on, you got to sell it. I interrupted you. Sorry, go on.
They just beat earnings and once again gapped higher. And the only problem whenever we do this, we risk that we are goochering it by basically. Yeah.
Well, you know what? We told Bill that we were going to feature it in this week's top 5,
so that he
and we asked for some. We asked for some money, and he didn't give us any. So we said, "Well, we're going to feature it. You're done. You better sell your stock." You know what? To be truthful, we pulled this up. I pulled up the S&P 500, and I looked at the best performing stocks of the year, and I was quite surprised to find this has been one of the top 5.
Yeah,
and it's been a great story.
What a run.
It's been a great run, and it's over because we just talked about it.
Yeah, it's over. We just Hulk smashed it right here.
Yeah.
So number 4, Apple earnings next week on the 30th. And so, I mean, Apple has not really got the last wave of gusto to push. But I think this is going to be an important crossroad because, if it disappoints and gaps lower, you know, technicians will see double tops all over the place, but I'm just saying, like, you know, it might roll over, but at the same time, if it pulls a Google, gaps to a higher high, I mean, we might see it go shooting right back to 240. Right?
It's not pulling a Google, man.
You don't think so?
It's going to be a Netflix before it's a Google.
Really, you're that bearish, eh? I know you were bearish 2 weeks ago when
when it was $180.
No, because who left the company again? It was
Johnny Ive, just because he has the same haircut as me. Anyways, Johnny Ive. I just think this company, it's a big company. You get to a certain size, it's tough to grow. I feel like there's more than just that. It's a long story. I don't think they're innovating as well.
You know what?
The only thing I will say is that this latest, this recent Apple keynote or whatever they had, it actually they're once again showing signs of doing a little bit more innovation. But at the end of the day, it's such a big company. It's hard to move the needle. I think it's going to be difficult for these guys to keep growing.
You want to hear them move the needle? They just have to pull a Mark Zuckerberg, announce some sort of like crypto type of thing that's going to happen.
They're not going to do that.
Well, I'm saying if you ever wanted to see if you wanted to see a catalyst that's going to cause investors to give a higher multiple, you just got to fire up all of the cryptos up, and they'll chase anything. I mean, you saw what they did to Kodak stock.
I know, but this is too big. They can't move. This is the biggest company in the world.
They moved Facebook.
Yeah, it wasn't just the crypto guys, though. It was like a lot of things. Well, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen either. All I'm saying
I think it would be more likely that they buy Tesla than they do crypto.
Really?
Yeah. They looked at Tesla. I think that if Tesla were to shit the bed and get into real trouble, that these guys would take a serious look at them.
Well, sure, if they're buying it as a distressed asset.
Well, yeah, I think they just don't want to chase it.
Yeah.
Although they bought that Beats headphones at some stupid price, so that it's not like they're above doing stupid things. Okay, number 3, let's go.
All right, you had something saved up.
Okay, yeah, because I remember a certain bet, and I remember a certain, podcast partner that gave me a lot of shit back in, what was it, April or May, when semiconductors were rolling over, and right. I said that they might do better than everyone expects. And I lost my burger bet. I lost my burger bet. It was a good burger. I took you to Burger's Priest, which you've never been to, which I'm just shocked at, like very surprised. But I took him to Burger's Priest, one of the best burger shops in Toronto. But the thing is, I just wanted to bring this up here because these things are running. Yeah. And you have to, I just want you to say, Kev, maybe you weren't as wrong as I thought you were. That's all I want. I don't need you to say I'm right. Just say, maybe you weren't as wrong as I thought you were.
Maybe you weren't as wrong as I thought you were.
Right, because look at this thing. Semiconductors hitting new highs into this thing. Like, this is crazy.
So are you buying here? Come on.
No. I become bearish here.
Yeah, no shit. I'm like, you're the ultimate contrarian. There's no way you're buying the high. That's what technicians do.
Yeah. So let's look at AMD, because actually I think that one's interesting as heck. This thing, like, is there a better looking chart out there?
Yeah, the SMH one we just looked at earlier.
No, this is a better looking chart than SMH.
Why?
Oh, this is just chug without any real dips. I disagree with you completely. I would buy AMD. I'm not much of a technician, but I think
this
that
looks like a chart.
So everyone go and weigh in. What is a better looking chart, AMD or SMH? And if I don't win that one 3-4, I'll be shocked.
Okay.
3 out of 4. I think that out of 4 people that vote, I think 3 will be on my side.
All right.
I'm gonna tweet it out. Yeah, tweet for sure. Because you're like, I don't know why you can't say this is a great looking chart.
I'm not. All I'm saying is that semiconductors weren't a bad looking chart either.
No, but this is a way better looking chart. Pull up the semis.
You just like the fact that during the pullback, this thing never tanked like the rest.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Okay. Well, anyways, let's go on.
All I'm saying is that SMH gave you a better buy on dip.
Yeah, I don't want that. I'd rather just have the stock that's going to chug higher.
All right.
Okay.
Well, anyway, AMD, nice looking chart. We'll give you that one. All right. So number 2, the U.S. dollar. And see, as the ultimate contrarian, I'm sure there's no way that you're buying into this breakout, are you?
No, you're absolutely right. I actually today, Friday, started in a position.
Oh my god!
And when I
asked advertise it. You're going to advertise it, but you're going to Gucci yourself.
I'm an open book, baby. I'll tell, like I say it all the time. I'll tell you what I'm going to be wrong. So
you're going to be taking my money because I'm long the dollar.
Okay, this is my plan. This is my plan. My plan is to put on a little here.
You just said you did.
Yeah, I know, a little here. And then I'm going to put on a little more when it breaks out and all you guys get so excited about the technical breakout. When I start to hear that, like,
clever.
Yeah, that's my point. So when I start hearing everyone tell me how
every technician's gonna have this line, and you're gonna wait for the prairie dog. So you're gonna wait.
I don't know if I'm gonna get a full prairie dog or I'm just gonna wait.
And then you're gonna get short up there, and then it's gonna break to a higher high and wipe you out.
Could be. I won't deny that at all. Okay, now you might say, why are you shorting the dollar? Okay, I'll tell you
Kevin,
why.
can I set you up for that? Kevin, can you please explain to us why you're shorting the dollar?
Okay, I'd love to, Patrick. People think that the dollar goes up when the U.S. economy is strong. But the truth of the matter is it goes up when the U.S. economy is stronger than everyone else or when credit is contracting, when things are really bad. So that's kind of the two perfect things. Because basically when things are bad, credit's being paid back, and therefore it being a reserve currency, you get a situation where the dollars are getting paid back and there's a demand for dollars to pay those back.
Right.
I think we're going to have an global economic upturn.
Okay.
And when we have that global economic upturn, we will get the smile effect on the dollar, meaning that it won't be bad or good, or it won't be so bad that it's going up, and it won't be so good on the American side that it's going up. It'll be just good. And if you look at when we get those times, those global economic upturns, often the dollar goes down. Because what's happening is credit is getting created. And when credit is created, it basically, there's more dollars in circulation and it goes down. And not only that, I know that we saw that Larry Kudlow today said something to the effect that he didn't think that, the President Trump didn't want a weak dollar policy. But I call bullshit on that. They of course want a weak dollar policy.
Oh yeah, I could just imagine that one picture of Donald Trump with like 2 explosions out of each ear, just like
you think?
I think he'd be all over Twitter if the dollar broke out.
Oh, I see. But I thought you don't think that he okayed what Larry said?
Oh no.
You don't?
Well, you think so? No, I mean, I don't know.
I think
all
they
I
have
know,
a plan.
all I know is that Trump will try to talk down the dollar if it breaks out.
So you're long and you think it's headed a lot higher, right? Like you're like one of those dollar.
Well,
because the world's coming to an end, and it's
okay.
Yeah. You gotta buy
buy guns and ammo. That's all gonna happen. No.
Anyway, so that's my theory. I just I'm starting to lean into a position starting today up here. Maybe I'm wrong and it breaks out, but I'm ready to give them more when it does. And nothing would get me more excited than everyone getting excited about the breakout.
All right. So number 1. By the way, you're the ultimate contrarian. It's awesome. So number 1, FOMC. Obviously, the long-awaited July meeting is here, right?
Yeah.
And so what's your thinking? I mean, do they do 50 points?
No. Do you honestly think that's a shot?
No, I don't. I think they do 25. But the thing is that if they're not dovish enough, what do you think is the market impact? I mean, if they only do, first of all, they have to do at least 25, right?
For sure.
They're not going to do 0.
There is 0 chance that they're going to do 0.
Right.
Obviously, there's never 0, but it's like it's one.
It's consensus. They're doing 25.
500 or something. It's so low. Like there's no way. They're doing the 25. They've signaled it. I think they've also signaled quickly.
But you don't think they'll push the dollar higher if they only do 25?
No. It's okay. So this is what I always hear. Dollar sometimes trades on interest rate differentials, but the majority of the time it does not.
But I'm not saying from that perspective. I'm talking about the tone of dovishness versus hawkishness. Like I understand your scenario. If they gave 50 and they come across super dovish, the impact on the dollar, but they only give 25. I mean, I think the dollar is rallying now because everyone now is realizing they're only going to do 25, right? I think it's dollar bullish. Yeah, I mean, you're already fading it because you're the ultimate contrarian.
No, that's not why. I feel like the dollar is rallying.
Think
right
about
now
it. You started shorting the S&P the moment it made a higher high. You just immediately had to be a contrarian. I just think that
So actually, I'm getting a little nervous about my S&P short too.
Right.
I know. I'll tell you one
how
thing.
many how many days will the dollar index above 98? How many days above 98 does it have to stay there for you to start getting nervous?
No, it's more what other things are doing. And what I worry about with the S&P now is the fact that the S&P, we have a situation where I think that this month might have more liquidity coming into it than we expect.
Really?
You know, yeah, I spoke to our good buddy Barton. You know, Barton, and this is the Treasury General Account. And I went through some things, and he's been helping me with this. And I was worried that the pain. I'm a big believer that paying down and pre-funding or running down.
This is all
that
about
account.
the debt. Yeah, the debt ceiling thing with that account.
Right. And I was kind of concerned that might be a problem, and he's walked me through why he thinks that this August will be fine. There's no signs that there's going to be liquidity requirements in August, and I think that was kind of, for me, was what I needed in terms of getting less bearish about stuff. Now, I will tell you that the more I see commodities sucking wind and not getting a bid, the more nervous I will get about the stock market. That cannot continue forever.
What is your raw index there?
Oh yeah, the CRB raw index. It continues to suck wind. Like, it's really bad. Like, it's not bouncing. I need that to bounce, and it's so far it's flatlining at 450 still the whole week. But at least it's stopped going down. And if we get a situation where these things get a bid, I could see the S&P pushing up to new highs, and I would rather sell that rally that gets everyone really excited than in here. So I've actually pulled back on my shorts a little bit, and I'm ready to sell it once all the technicians tell me it's going higher again. There's not enough technicians telling me it's going higher.
All right, enough said. All right, so Kev, that's okay. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that was your top 5 with Kevin giving you real conviction, right?